Those of you who have watched the Craft Sanity video of Continental knitting have asked me to show how to do some maneuvers using that same hand position. So with this video we're going to look at a number of increases. The first one is a yarn over. It's abbreviated as YO. There's knit one. A yarn over is simply adding a stitch by wrapping the right needle. Knit one, simply scoop it around the needle and knit the next one. It makes an increase that's very visible because it creates a hole. The next one we're going to look at is called increase. Sometimes it's abbreviated as KFB because what you're actually doing is knitting in the front and the back of a stitch. And notice what I have to do with my left middle finger here to make that happen. We knit into the front. Don't take the stitch off. We have to go into the back of the stitch, and now I use my left middle finger to kick the yarn around the right needle, finish the stitch, and take it off. Notice that a KFB or an INC makes a knit stitch into a knit and a purl. You see a knit and a purl bump. We'll do one more at the end of this row. We knit into the front, and then we go into the back leg of the stitch, kick the yarn around, and knit into the back. I'm going to purl back, and then we'll do make ones. Make ones are increases that happen between columns of stitches, and depending on how you do it, one will slant to the right and one will slant to the left. If your pattern tells you, you can use the specific kind it tells you. If not, you can just pick the one you like to do. Okay, so here we can see the yarn overs we did on the previous row make holes, and that's how lace is made. Now we're going to do a make one. I'm going to get past those yarn overs. Okay, make one involves creating a new column of stitches between two. Column on the left, column on the right. We're going to take the bar from between, get your eyeball on it, hoist it onto that left needle. In this case, we're scooping it from back to front. We must knit into the front of it in order to twist it shut, which is the goal, so you do not have a hole. And there's a make one that slants off to the right. We'll knit one more stitch, and now we're going to make one that slants off to the left. So we do the opposite. We pick up that bar from the front to the back. Again, if it's easy because you've knit into the front of it, you've goofed. You have to make this a little difficult by knitting into the back to twist it shut here. And then you have a make one leaning to the left. We're going to turn and do an increase on the purl row because that happens sometimes. And again, sometimes you're required to purl into the front and then purl into the back of a stitch, and sometimes you're going to want to get the bar from between, get it up on the needle, and purl into the leg of it that twists it shut. The last thing we're going to do are lifted increases. That involves increases in the stitch in the rows below what's on your needle. Let me just purl back, and we'll turn, and we'll do some knitting. Now we're going to do a lifted right leaning increase first. You look ahead to the next stitch, go to the stitch below, get the right leg of it with your right needle, stick it on the left needle so that you can knit into it. Then we still have to knit the existing stitch, and there's an increase that leans off to the right. To do a left leaning version of the same thing, you have to pick from the right column here. You can't use the one on the needle, you can't use the one below, you have to go to the third one down. Use your left needle, pick up the left leg, and knit into the back of it. And that will give you an increase leaning to the left. And that's it.